Hi everybody, hope you're doing well. Today I'm going to answer some questions that I thought was really interesting and I wanted to address them. So thank you so much for submitting your questions. I love reading through them and keep them coming, okay? And I promise you they will be addressed as time goes by, okay? The first question I had received was, what does it mean when two people die on the same day a year apart? You know, many times I'll get clients and there'll be two passings, you know, a year apart, 2 years apart, 10 years apart. And it's very interesting because I truly believe that there is a connection to what these two people had. They sometimes don't even have to be close, but it does mean that there is something symbolic with their two souls. So I do. It's another thing that I wanted to bring up because many times when our loved ones, unfortunately, will pass on someone's birthday, and people say, oh God, I don't want it to be on my birthday. And I know it's a very sad thing, but I personally look at it as that is a forever connection you're going to have with that person. I truly mean that, because a birthday is when you come into this world, and I've often said that when you pass, it's like a birth, but now you're going in a different direction, going up. So I look at it as such a divine connection that you can have with a loved one. So if you know somebody that's passed on a day of their birthday, try to tell them that, because they will be forever linked to that person in such a beautiful way. Okay, I truly mean that. So it's a great question. Thank you for submitting it. The next question that I have is, do we get to meet our guardian angels when we cross? Great question. Well, here's what I want to say. For some people, they're really lucky to meet their guardian angels in a split second while they're still alive if something happens. Okay, this is really, really important. When I say that, you know, I've been able to see them. And it was through a time when I had passed, and I've talked about it in another video, that I got to meet two of my guardian angels, and I saw what they look like. And I've had other people that they have seen glimpses, or they've come in a dream, or they've saved them through something, or they were in a horrific car wreck, but yet they were okay. So this is just really interesting. So sometimes people see them when they're still here. But when you cross, do you get to meet them? Absolutely. I always say your guardian angel or angels are assigned to you at 6 months while you're in your mother's womb. So while your mother is pregnant with you, and around 6 to 7 months of that pregnancy, that's when you get your guardian angels assigned to you. You're going to say, really? Yes. This is very, very interesting, but very, very true. So these angels are not only assigned to you, but they will be with you till the day you cross over. Now, remember when I said in other videos, you have your choice to cross over into that light. All your angels could do is try to lead you to it, but it's you making that decision if you want to go into that light. And I always tell everybody, absolutely go into the light. Okay, you won't be sorry. It's beautiful. There's no punishment, but you do need to go into the light for your soul to be complete and one with God. So this is very, very important. But your guardian angels will lead you to so many different things, and yes, and you will get to meet them. So it's a great question. I love the question. Your guardian angels are around even sometimes when you think they're not working for you. They actually are. You just have to really not give up and have faith. And I always tell people, have a dialogue with your guardian angels. Say thank you. Don't be one of these people that pray for when you need something, okay? Pray to just say thank you. It's nice. I mean, think about it when you're at work and you never get praise for all the good work that you do, all the hard work that you put in, and you only get to hear it when you did something wrong, okay? Think about that for a minute. Your guardian angels have been assigned to you, and they are working overtime for each and every one of us. So even if you don't have something to ask for, say thank you. Say thank you for always having them around you, and they have your back and they're protecting you. It really goes a long way, and you're going to see more and more come your way because of it. Okay, so that was a great question and I loved it. Okay, my next question is, Is there romance in the spirit world? Huh, great question. Well, here's the thing that I want to say to people. How you know your loved ones on earth before they pass. They're human, so they're going to be and act human. But the day that they cross over into that light to be with God, they no longer have ego. They no longer look at romantic things that way because the love and the purity changes. Everything changes, from their energy that changes to the way they look at everything. When you go through that light, everything is unveiled for truth. So what happens is our loved ones that maybe were so jealous while they were here, or they didn't want us to be with anybody, believe it or not, all they now care about is our well-being and for us to be the best that we can. And sometimes they'll even send us love. You're going to say, really? Yes, I've had a lot of clients that I have said, your husband sent you this really nice man that you're now dating. And I just had one, a couple months ago, and she goes, Susan, I so believe that because it's everything that my husband would have loved for me, because this man was he's such a kind man and he's so much like my husband. I says, well, trust me, he doesn't want you to be alone. He doesn't want you to cry every day. He wants you to go on. He wants you to live your best life. Now you're going to say, I find that hard to believe. Well, when you're with God, there's no jealousy. There's no human reactions to the other side. So I had another lady who asked me, she had 2 husbands that she loved deeply and they were both gone. They both passed. She says, well, who do I go with if one comes to me? I said, they both will come. And you can love all of them. You can love every single person, because that's what this is about. If I could sum up one word on the other side, it's love. So I love that question, and I hope that that gave you some food for thought in really what it's about. The next question I have is, how do we get closer to God and Spirit? Now, I had a client who emailed me this question. I thought, and I promised him that I would address this question, and I love it. How do we get closer to God and Spirit? Well, here's the thing. You need to actually have a connection with a dialogue. It's about talking. It's about learning how to communicate. When you talk to God, you don't have to have a specific prayer. Okay? Many times people say, here's what you have to say, and it becomes very robotic. You need to just talk from your heart, from your soul, from your spirit. When you're talking to God, you need to be real. God hears you. He hears, or she, but God is, I always say, universal. Anything good that happens, it's because of God. A miracle of a childbirth, a flower that's blooming, just so many beautiful things, animals around us, nature, God's everywhere. So that's how I describe God. But going back to God and Spirit, it's something you have to feel inside. If you are a constant person who doubts, you will not get closer to God and Spirit. It's believing without sometimes seeing. And constantly having this dialogue will open things more. When you believe, God shows you more things. Universe shows us more things. But we cannot slam it down to what we think God should be, or what we think God should show us, or praying to God when you need God. I pray to God all day long. I pray to God in the morning. I pray to God when I'm in the shower. I pray to God for every nice person that I come to meet. I pray to God for God allowing me to connect with people each and every day and helping them through things. I pray to God every day for helping me find a missing person. It's something to see, and it's something that you have to feel. But when you feel it, you start to see it, and then maybe your spirit strengthens in the belief and where you're going. This isn't something that's instant. I may need to tell you that. It's like you can't order respect and you can't order love. It has to evolve naturally. Well, so does your relationship with God and getting closer to Spirit. So when you start working on it, and this is the reason that Travis and I do these YouTubes, we try to put out as much information to each and every one of you to help you evolve with God, with the angels, with your spirit guides. Knowledge is key. So when you listen to these videos, really think hard to how you can implement that with yourself. That is everything, and that's how you will gradually build. When something bad happens, don't lose your faith in God, that God did this, and it's because of God, God let this happen. God didn't let this happen. Everything happens for a reason, and I can address this in a deeper segment, but I need you to understand where this is coming from. So this is very, very important, and I can't say it enough, but it does mean that. So I hope that this gave you food for thought and it's enlightened you. But when we get to do these videos about romance and guardian angels and God and people, it really says a lot. It really does. But I hope it gets you thinking and puts some actual things to rest, and what you can take away with, how can you better your life and strengthen your spirit? This is very, very important. And this is why Travis and I do these videos each and every week. All right? So I hope this gave you food for thought. But remember, your faith and your belief, no matter what, will carry you through everything, even the toughest storms. All right? Until next time, enjoy. I wish you love. I wish you light. I wish you peace. Always. All my love. Bye-bye.